Okay. Have you faced any challenges in achieving your targets?
Yes, a lot actually.
And how do you aim to overcome these challenges?
Well, again, a very thought-provoking and very nerve-wracking question. Challenges were immense. As I mentioned earlier, people never took our mission or vision seriously. They said, were these trainings or university teachers needed to be trained after all? So this was the first blow I would ever have on my face. But then, as I never made this division myself, it was made by the policy makers, so it had its main utility. I think the basic challenge was, first of all, to disseminate the awareness of it all, of it as a whole, which was the biggest challenge. I have still not overcome that challenge properly. I've been able to disseminate, but not effectively debrief people or brainwash people towards this system. Brainwash in the sense that I have not been able to completely convince people, because there are still some people who say that it's after all not required. You talk about university teachers, how can they be trained? Why should they be trained? What is the need to be for them to be trained? So this in fact shows the level of ignorance and level of deficiency that they have in perceiving that the quality of teachers does not mean to get a degree only, but they need to have a proper skill attached to their profession. So first challenge is to sensitize them. Second challenge is something very important that I need to discuss. When nominations are sent to universities for them to send nominees for our training programs, somehow or the other they send only their favorites, or they don't send the information to everybody. People are not given enough opportunity to understand what their needs are. They're never allowed to apply independently. If not, I'm not saying they should do it without proper channel, but what I'm saying is at least they should be given a chance to say yes or no. So initially when I joined HEC, I realized that most of the university was sending the same people time and again. So that was a very silly thing. So the biggest challenge in this regard is that proper nomination is not done, or nominations are done on favoritism, so which is a big concern for us. So I feel that this should be taken care of, and this process should be transparent. We're trying to make it transparent from our side, but universities need to also make it transparent, because when we meet university teachers informally, many of them tell us. Very recently I was at a conference and most of the universities did not even know what I was talking about. My own executive director, Dr. Naqvi, lambasted me with this fact that it could be your fault, Noor, that maybe you have not disseminated things properly. But I explained to him that we send brochures, we have put everything on the website, everybody knows about a program, but somehow or the other, that information is not sent beyond registrars or maybe dean's offices, or maybe to some extent to the favorites. I'm sorry I'm saying this, but this is true. This is one of my main problems, that our programs are not well known. But website is there. People also, another problem that I feel a challenge is that people are only interested in things which are like scholarships and all, so they don't move into different departments of HEC. So that is another problem with me, which I feel that even if I am unable to give them information properly, they should also be able to come ahead and retrieve the information on their own. So this is also another issue that I feel. So I think to overcome all these things, we have developed websites, interactive websites. We have put Facebook groups for communication strategies. My entire dynamic team is all the time kind of pressurized by me also, that they should keep on communicating, keep on talking to them. Similarly, we have brochures, we have aggressive media campaign, we have a newsletter which we send independently to all our stakeholders. And similarly, the nomination, we are now sending letters instead of the registrar to the vice chancellors, so that they are able to send it to all the deans. But at the same time, we also put it on the website so that the university faculty can also see. But even then, let me tell you, not many people will never be able to see our program. A, because they will never visit those websites where information is given. B, maybe they will never get the information through their university. So one challenge cannot be solved over time. Over this period of time. But that is something which is beyond our control. But the rest of us, we are trying through different mechanisms.